welcome to Exploring the Holos. Can you hear me better? I'm trying out this microphone again. The green light is on. Now, if you can remember, I got this a little while before Christmas, and I tried it in Alabama. I don't know what's going on with the light. It seems like the light's going in and out. Hope you can see me, too. But yeah, I'm giving it another try since I got some comments saying, you should get a microphone. And if this doesn't work, then I'm going to probably have to try another brand, maybe. So there it is. I don't know if maybe I can get it closer to my face. I'm just going to put it down here. All right, so comment if that was better or not. But the before we get to finishing up the battery box project, I have something that's been on my mind lately, and I did say that I was going to be having another channel for politics or my opinion, but I don't feel like that's feasible right now because I think I would end up running out of content on either one of the channels. So in order to bring you content every week, I'm going to have something to fill that content. And I have a lot to say. So I have a few questions for you. Number one, mainly, who's your favorite philosopher? Think about it. Just think about it. And why? Why are they your favorite philosopher? If you don't have an answer to this question, you may want to look into studying philosophy, or at least learning about the most notable philosophers, and then eventually learning about all the philosophers. And I feel like this is very important for you to understand and start thinking about higher concepts, because you can't expand your mind or raise your consciousness unless you have an understanding of higher concepts that you may not have thought of before. And I think it's very beneficial for critical thinking and logic to take maybe a free course online in philosophy, just a little something to make sure you're thinking correctly, because there's been a lot of bad things happening because people just believe what they're told and they don't actually think about, maybe there's a motive behind what I'm being told, and maybe it's not true. I don't believe a lot of people even think that the things they're being told might not be true. And that's another reason why I've been so against religion, because I feel like religion shuts down the critical thinking of people and teaches them to just believe what they're told, which is terrible. It leads to people being controlled easily and manipulated. So, and another question I have for you: would you ever change your opinion or your beliefs based on new information? Or are you so set in your ways that you think, this is the way it is, nobody's going to change my mind? Because a wise person once said, and I forgot to look it up, but I've heard this. It may have been Albert Einstein, but I'm not sure. That an intelligent person changes their opinion based on new information. And if you're not constantly going through new information and looking for the truth, you're not intelligent. I'm sorry. If you're a person who's just either accepting what you're told or set in your ways, refusing to look at new information, you're just not intelligent. I'm sorry. I mean, you can scream at me, you can yell at me in the comments if you want, but that's just the way it is. And the reason why I say this is because recently there was a lot of violence perpetrated by the MAGA cult, which I consider a terrorist group, and I think the government in general and the FBI should consider all of MAGA a terrorist group, because of what they're told, because the lies they're told. These were just innocent people who don't look into what they're told. They don't, I'm sure they don't study philosophy. I'm sure they aren't very avid readers. This week, somebody's head was decapitated from their body because their son thought they were a part of the deep state because they worked for the Army Corps of Engineers. Yeah, so he killed and chopped off his father's head and put it in a cooking pot. And this was, he did put a video of this on YouTube. It was taken down, but it's not something I want to see. And I don't want this to happen. So please, please don't fall for the lies you hear on any kind of media. If you don't believe, or if you have any questions about what I'm saying, please look it up. And if you can find proof of anything that I've said that's wrong, please tell me, because I too would like to change my opinion based on facts. I don't want to be an ignorant person, and I don't think anybody should. These people have done beheadings, and they've shot up Walmarts, and they've hit people in the head with hammers, all because their media lied to them. And this has got to stop. And we need to come together collectively as a people and make this stop. And it's only going to help through education. So, with that being said, again, I want to reiterate that it's probably a good idea that you look into some philosophy, learn about the different philosophers. I don't agree with them all, but I think they all have important concepts to contribute, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised if you do this. So, before this video gets any longer, I'm going to show you what I've done with the battery box. It's time to connect it onto the trailer and make it so it doesn't blow away. All right, let's get after it. So what I want to do is I want to put a bolt up through here and up through the new bin. And I think I want to put maybe one more through here on the back. And then we're going to use ratchet straps. I'm not going to put all the deck screws through it like I did with the other one. And then I do also want to connect that switch. All right. Well, I don't know if you can still hear this microphone. I had the phone with the receiver part on it in my pocket. And I did listen to the last section of the video I made, and it didn't really sound like it was doing anything. So, I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or what. But that's not the focus right now. Alright, so I drilled 3 holes, 1/4 inch bolts with thumb screws, and I don't want them bolts falling out. Those could potentially cause a flat tire for me or somebody else. So I went ahead and I tightened them down with a wrench and my thumbs to get them as tight as possible. There's good tension on them, and 2 of them are going through the frame of the battery holder and 1 just going through the wood. And when you do this drilling through the frame, make sure you wear safety glasses, because I think I got a lot of metal fragments in my eye. Alright, so we got some foam in there. I cover up them thumb screws so it ain't digging into that battery, and so it don't slide around so much. I think I'm going to try to put some 2x4s or something on these sides to keep it from the side to side motion. But it's also going to be strapped down by this. I'll have to give it a little more room, but the battery itself will be strapped down. And then I'm going to put the cover on, and I'll have a lock, and I'm going to put a strap over the top of the whole bin. So that'll be really protected then, and hopefully because of this elbow it does not get wet. I don't know, guys, it's like 50 degrees out. It's first week of February, and yeah, if it keeps being like this, I might have to de-winterize this and keep that battery in here. That would be great. It'd be great to be ready to go. I think we got 20 some more days and then we'll be on the road. Alright guys, this is why I show you this stuff. When I went to put the cover on, it wouldn't fit because this again. So I was going to need to slide the thing forward, but then these, you know. So now I'm on my way to the hardware store to find something, yeah, like half that length. I don't know why these have to be so long. Hopefully they got some. Okay, so yeah, I got some much shorter. Instead of having these 4-inch bolts or 3.5s or whatever they are sticking out, I got some 2-inch. They did cost like $1.50 a piece, which is crazy. But this cover, it goes on now, so that's awesome. Make sure I can take it off. It's not easy. It's like a two-handed deal. And then you gotta slide it sideways, which will be fine. So, before we run out of light, there you go. And then I'm gonna have the straps going around it, hook into these loops in the front that you can't see right now. But next video, this beard will be either gone or much shorter, and my hair is gonna be, well, it actually looks good with a hat holding it down all day. But that's probably gonna be much shorter. And wow, there you go. Thanks for watching. I know this video was pretty long, but thanks for hanging with me and subscribing and liking and sharing and listening to me ramble. And pretty soon, we'll be back on the road. Ad astra, my friends.